Wake up in the morning.
It's the way Singapore wakes up.
Wake up,
Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman.
wake up in the morning feeling like
Kiss 92's Big Show.
Good morning and welcome to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. It is a Thursday, and that means it's Happy at Work Thursday with Adrian Chu, brought to you by Workforce Singapore. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning, Glenn, and good morning to all our Kiss 92 listeners out there.
Good morning, Adrian. So today it's all about getting career guidance. Isn't that what you're always doing for us every Thursday anyway?
Yeah, it is. And, the word career guidance sounds very much like what you did in school. You get a career guidance counselor come in and talk to
Yeah.
you. But today we're going to talk a bit more about how do we, as grown-ups, handle career guidance. It's more about where do we get career advice from? Who do we get it from? What sort of advice do we need to have? And all these other questions. And if any of our listeners out there have any questions they want to ask us regarding their own careers, I will be happy to answer them on air.
Okay, so let's start off with the first question. Where in the world would you get some good career advice or guidance from if, say, you don't have a career agility representative?
Career Agility International.
Yes, that's
just
right.
get in touch with
Go
me.
there.
No, but there must be more places. Right?
And there are lots of places actually, but if we take two steps back, the big first question is why do we need career advice? It's interesting because WSG, this entire series has been about career health, career wellness, and if we use a metaphor or analogy of your own personal health. A lot of times, in order to stay healthy, and not just healthy, to be fit and strong, we get advice from doctors, we get advice from dietitians, we get advice from our fitness instructors.
Yeah.
And these are professionals, these are experts that can teach us how to do things better without injuring ourselves. And sometimes maybe I'm just lifting the weights wrong, or maybe I'm just not working the right muscle groups, not resting enough between sets.
Overtraining.
Yeah. So that's why if you want to have that level of health, career health, it's a very holistic approach, and that's why we need to seek out different types of people, different types of sources for career advice. And to answer your question, there are lots of sources out there. If of course there are the commercial ones where you pay for a career coach. WSG also has their own set of career coaches as
Yes.
well.
Right. Yeah.
They're pretty good ones. And if you are not ready for that yet, even just simple as tuning into YouTube, watching TED Talks, watching,
Okay, yeah.
reading books, that's an amazing source of information.
So
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
very underrated thing that people don't focus on enough, their career health.
Yeah, and I think it's because people don't know what they don't know, and that's why today we're trying to explain what are the things that benefits you can actually get from getting career advice for your career health.
I know. We've had to pull people aside, and I'll come back and explain what we did, and see if I did the right thing. See if Adrian can tell me whether I did the right thing.
All right, it's Happy at Work Thursday with Adrian Chu, brought to you by Workforce Singapore. We'll continue to talk to Adrian on The Big Show TV. Here's Tough Low with To Die For right here on Kiss 92. The cursor was blocking the thing.
To die for, to die.
To die for to die. It's an Australian song. To die for to die. Okay, so Adrian, sometimes this whole thing about career advice. When do we need it? Do we realize we need it? I think. Tell me if I'm wrong. Sometimes people just get lost in their job.
Yeah.
And they don't create time. They don't stop and just ask the question, where am I going? And how do I get there? They just do the work.
Or spend enough time paying attention to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things we noted. That's one of the reasons why actually I started Career Agility International back in 2018, is because I noticed a lot of people were focusing on their jobs rather than their careers. And to the point where something happens on the job, and then they go, oh, shucks, what have I done to myself? So that's why we always talk about career strategy, and that's why I'm really happy that WSG is now talking about career health, not just about job hunting, but about career health. How do you get healthier? And some people tend to look at career coaches like a doctor. You go to a doctor. But I am a bit concerned about that because a lot of times people go to a doctor only when the symptoms get too unbearable.
Yeah.
Or they get sick.
Yeah.
So you need to maintain a good level of health. That's what you're saying.
Yes, correct. And that requires exercise, that requires doing the right things and doing the right things right. So that's why and one of the advice I always give is don't come don't get advice until it's when it's too late.
Yeah.
And sometimes we are so figured, like what you said, so fixated on the job.
On the job, yeah.
And you don't realize that, hey, wait a minute. So I'll give you a quick story. There was a finance VP, and he was with a company for 18 years. And he was, his unit was downsizing, and he downsized his team from 15 folks to only 3.
Wow.
And one Monday he came in and he got a pink slip. And he said, why am I getting retrenched? Why? What have I done? And then he came to us and he spoke to us and he said, didn't you see the signs that your whole department is shrinking down? You assumed that you still had your job.
Yeah, because he
And-
thought that by reducing the cost, he would be safe.
But he didn't realize he was the most expensive cost item there.
Oh, right.
Right.
Okay.
So,
okay.
and ultimately, if you were originally put there for a team of 18, now to get someone at that VP level to manage a team of 3 doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
So he was too busy with his job that he didn't realize that his
Career was at stake.
Was at risk. So we always have to be mindful about the symptoms. And it's almost exactly like health. You got to watch for your blood pressure. You've got to watch for your cholesterol levels and everything, right? We need to do career audits. And when we don't have the answers, go get advice.
So, as a whole, you need to obviously, like you said, care for your career health. But what kind of guidance do we need? Let's break it down because the career health is a whole sort of umbrella, right?
Yeah.
What are the little tips for what kind of guidance that we need?
Which areas?
Yeah, which area do we need to pay attention to?
I think there are quite a number. One of it, very important one, is is what skills do you have? What skills do you need to have? What skills are you really good at, and what skills you want to do more of? So the skills equation is one where we sometimes think we know what we want or what's good, but oftentimes it may not be what the market wants. So that's why if you have a mentor, which we're going to talk about a bit later, if you have a mentor who's going to come in and you can just ask, hey, look, or even your boss, what's your frank assessment of my skill level? Where are my gaps? What new skills should I pick up?
What are my weaknesses?
What are my weaknesses, And I like to talk about this topic about skills because skills is what your company is paying you for. If you're unskilled, if you don't have the skills that, like for FD, if your guys don't have the skills needed for the particular role, he's not going to do well on the job.
He's not going to do well in the job.
And after a while, you're going to say, what am I paying you for? It's like, can you imagine you get a plumber who comes in and he can't fix your sink.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, but I can sing. I can dance.
I'm a singing plumber.
I'm a
Okay,
singing plumber.
entertain me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that, but it's not what I'm paying you for.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why the skills, it's not just the skills that you have, it's how good are you at it. And if you're really, really good at it and no one else can do it as well as you, that's where your value comes in and that's where you become valuable to the organization. And that's where you can, your in terms of your role in the company, it's a lot safer.
You know what's FD skilled at? You
Something
guess?
Singing in a bathtub.
No.
What?
Singing,
No,
That's
last
his
thing.
least.
Least skill.
buying hats.
Oh.
Look at his beret today.
It's not a beret.
Oh, what is it? Flat
It's a
cap.
flat hat.
Flat hat.
It's
Right,
not
right.
a beret. But no, and we've touched on this so much. Skills. But we talked about, this whole well-being, right? Where you need exercise, you need nutrition, you need all these different things. Is there anything other than skills that we need that is as important or more important than skills?
Looks.
In
helps.
In some
In
industries.
some industries.
Yeah.
No, I think, and I hate to say this, it's going to be terribly politically incorrect, but in any job interview, what I always say, between two equally skilled or equally qualified candidates,
The
right?
better looking person will get the job.
Yeah, it's just unfair.
yeah.
It's
It
just
happens.
unfair. I mean,
It's
it is,
life.
but then
Unfair.
again, it's a scenario where both are equally
Yeah.
skilled, but rarely that happens.
Like
but
the exact same skills. Everything is
Yeah,
level.
But typically,
Yeah.
the person that's just not fair. That's why. But
Yeah.
besides skill, there's something that's even more important than skill, and I think that's capability. One of the problems which I see a lot of today is that people are focusing on skills alone, and it's okay to have skills, but they equate skills to certificates. So if I go for this course, I've got this new data analytics skill. I got a skill. You should give me a pay rise.
Paper qualifications.
Oh, it doesn't
Yeah.
mean you're good at what you're doing.
Doesn't mean
Yeah.
you're good at what you do. See,
Yeah.
and you want to be paid at that level of a professional data analyst, but you just got a certificate. You just got basic skills. It's like me saying I can speak 5 languages. Wow, really? Yeah, I can speak French. Bourgeois.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Okay, sorry, I'm horrible at French. You know, my French is limited to croissant and rendezvous. These are the only French words I know.
Rendezvous. Well,
Rendezvous, yeah. But the point is, if you don't have the skill depth or capability, it's not there.
Capability is important.
Let's go back on air. The fabulous Taylor Swift. Wildest Dreams right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. Our guest for this morning is Adrian Chu. It's Happy at Work Thursday, brought to you by Workforce Singapore. We're talking about career guidance, and earlier on we asked Adrian on the Big Show TV, what sort of guidance do we need? What areas are we talking about?
So one of the things very critical is what are the skills that you have, what are the skills that you need to acquire, and sometimes it's beyond your current scope. That's why if you get a career mentor or a career advisor to come talk to you, that's one of the things you need to find out. What are the skills that you need? The current skills, am I up to date? Am I good at it yet? What are the future skills? The other thing is, I would say, is career direction, your career strategy. Am I on the right track? Am I, am I doing the right things? And, am I headed in the right direction? And one of the things a lot of people think that if I ask my boss will give me an honest assessment. And sometimes it's not.
No.
I can tell you right now, the bosses, some bosses are great. Many bosses have vested self-interest. They will tell you, no, you just keep doing this. You're my top salesman, you just keep doing this. I'll take care of you, because he's afraid you'll leave. Right, so you have to get advice on your skills, your career direction, and sometimes if you're feeling brown out or burnt out, how do I decompress? How do I manage my stress levels?
take a holiday.
Take a holiday.
Play golf.
Play
Yeah,
golf.
there you go.
And
Take a day off.
And sometimes you need
Buy hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's therapeutic,
Yeah,
go
if it's
shopping.
therapeutic, do it.
Go
That's what
shopping.
FD is also good at.
Yeah.
The color combination. You see,
Color
his hat and
combination.
his shirt
matches.
matches.
Okay.
So these are things, among other things, that you can get career advice from, and it's how to get better at your job things. So there's a technical aspect to it, but there's also the strategic aspect to it.
But it's not just about gathering as many skills and qualifications and papers as you can, right? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, just because you have, say, a business degree from, I don't know, Harvard or something, that doesn't mean that you're very, very good at it, right?
True, and that's why I am very cautious
If
about
it's from
advising
Harvard, I
people.
think, yeah.
No, I mean, no,
what's,
but there-
I see a point. What's the point of a Harvard degree if
you can't run a
apply
business,
what you've
apply it.
learned?
Yeah, because a lot of people may be qualified in that sense
You guys
academically.
sound like you're jealous.
No. I came
no
up with
Harvard here.
I came up with
No.
Harvard just because it was the name at the top of my list. But
she has a point, you see, because for some jobs, it's like, okay, would you hire a Harvard grad to do your hosting on a radio show?
I mean, of
Yeah,
course.
no, but
that's
there you
really
go.
If it's
right?
not
Yeah,
the
so-
scope. You know.
yeah,
Yeah. But some people do think that if I get a branded piece of paper somewhere, it's going to boost my career up. Yesterday, I was just talking to an individual who asked me, will I get a pay increase if I do an MBA? I said, there's no guarantee.
No, yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you're doing an MBA just to get a pay raise, then maybe you've got the idea wrong. Your MBA is for self-improvement, for you to network.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be, I want a 40% increase in salary, because it's not guaranteed. So the blind paper chase without application into your current job,
Yeah.
or if it doesn't add to your capabilities, it's just a piece of paper.
yeah.
Does
okay.
it come to that?
Well, this is something I told my children. You go through school.
Yeah.
After school, when you do anything, make sure that what you want to learn is
It's
something that you
related,
will
yes.
be able to apply.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Otherwise, there's no point to it.
Yeah.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah. I mean, just because you're a lawyer doesn't mean you're going to be good in court. That's what I mean.
Yes,
with
true.
the whole business degree and stuff
Yes.
like that doesn't mean you're going to be able to run your own business. It
Yes.
does not necessarily mean that. You may
Yeah.
know everything it takes, but you may not have the sustainability or the perseverance to keep that afloat.
You should just apply what you've learned. You know
in
what
the
I
best
mean?
way possible.
In the best way possible.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
best way
I
possible.
mean, if it's from Harvard,
Yeah.
Whoa.
you must be good.
Yeah, well,
Okay. Anyway, it's 8:15.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought
but I think I get what you're saying. It's even better if you're already good at, say, running a business, and then you go to, say, Harvard Business School
Yeah.
and learn extra skills to
Yeah.
be able to
To
plump
be
up
more
your
strategic
Exactly.
things. So if you want to take up courses, I strongly recommend you take up courses, but these courses have to be relevant to
Yeah.
what you're
to
doing.
what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And give you another example. I know of this supply chain manager, and this is one of my favorite stories. I always say, she took up a data analytics course, and her whole idea was I want to leave supply chain and be a data analyst. And she took up a 4-month course, and she came out and she said, I can't find a data analyst job that pays me my supply chain manager salary.
Yeah.
So she came to us and I said, look, no, you should focus on being a supply chain manager because that's where you spend the past 8-9 years of your career.
Yeah.
How do I bolt on? How do I integrate
What you've learned in
yeah,
those 8 years.
Yeah, and you add it together
Yeah.
with the data analytics. How can data analytics help you to be a better supply chain manager?
Yes.
Right.
And that's what I mean by
yes.
skills versus capability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capability means you bolt on a skill to your current role and you become better rather than do 100%, 180-degree pivot into something different.
But a lot of people do that, especially with the pandemic. You know, a lot of people did that whole 180 pivot.
And it's okay if it's part of your career strategy. If you had a career advisor to sit down with and to run an idea with them, does it make sense? That's why I said get in terms of your advice from skills, advice from on a career direction, career strategy viewpoint. And one more thing I must caution as well: who do we approach? Right? Sometimes we approach friends. Sometimes we approach our bosses. These they are well-meaning, and they'll give you great advice. Inverted commas, great advice.
Opinion, I say.
Opinion. I like
Opinion.
that.
I would say
Opinion
you're
and
not
advice.
qualified for advice.
I love
Opinion,
that.
yeah.
Opinions.
Yeah.
Opinion, like follow your dream. You should chase your dream. You should follow your passion. It's like, no, I don't think so. That's great advice, but this is great opinion. It's not advice.
It's
But
not
then again,
advice,
sometimes,
yeah.
you know, I mean, if the boss is a little bit too honest, then the employee will complain to HR.
Then they have to
Oh,
take the
that's true.
constructive criticism,
No,
though,
if
right?
you-
They
if
have
you
to.
go
That's
to
why
a
I feel
boss
like
and
it's
ask.
hard to be a boss now. Because, you know, if you say something wrong, that's it. People will complain to HR.
Yeah, because
Right.
if you're
Times
going to
have
come
changed.
to
That's-
me, if
that's
you're going to come to me for an opinion, then you got to take what I'm going to say, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't come.
This is the thing. If you're going to ask someone for an opinion, you better be ready to hear
Hear.
the worst thing ever.
Exactly.
Otherwise, don't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not, that's like the wife attitude.
It's almost like, do you want
know
the
what I mean?
truth or
It's
do
like-
you want it like sugar-coated?
Sugar-coated,
right?
right?
So, like, I mean, you sugarcoat whatever your wife asks you, you're never honest. You know, I'm sure you
No,
sugarcoat
the
everything.
worst-
Same here.
the
We
worst-
have to.
The worst
Do I
wife.
look fat?
Because we-
No,
Yeah,
darling,
that's
no.
the worst one,
Not
darling.
from this angle.
Because we just simply don't want to die.
Yeah. I haven't bought my coffin yet, so you know.
Yes.
but that's why and besides looking for career advisors or someone who can or sources for career advice, you have to approach it with a very open mind as well. So you're absolutely right. If you're going to get advice and if you only want to hear things that align with your own thinking, might as well not go. This is what we call confirmation bias.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people want to hear what's in their head, but out loud from someone else,
Yeah,
right?
it's someone
They're like,
else's-
Oh, that's
it's
exactly what
someone
I
else's
thought,
voice,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why, and sometimes one of the things I get a lot from is I got no time for this. I got no time to get career advice. I got no time for skills upgrading. I got no time. But if you sit down, do you really don't have time? You know, if you cut back on your TikTok
Yeah.
FD, he's
and
talking
go
to
watch
Yeah.
and go watch TED Talks instead. You know.
Yeah.
What I do on weekends is as I'm preparing lunch, I'm preparing dinner, or when I'm doing housework or all the household chores around the house on weekends, I listen to TED Talks.
you. Yeah, because you don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
You can just listen.
Just
yeah.
listen to it.
But not everyone does that talk already. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
like
they
any
have
Tom, Dick, and
TEDx.
Harry
They have
can-
TEDx, which I think is one level
I see, that's the
lower.
one.
Yeah,
That's
not
the one.
lower, but
And
Once in a
yeah.
while, I go
they're
like, what?
really-
This guy is giving a talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're really good podcasts as well.
They are,
If you're on, so I listen when I go cycling, my 3-4 hour rides. Right, I just listen to podcasts. I put it at 1.5 speed so that they talk a lot faster.
Oh, really? You
I'm one
can
of
do
those.
that?
I'm one of those.
Yeah,
you
you can.
I didn't know you can
Spotify,
speed it up.
You can speed it up so that
You can do anything on Spotify.
Really? I had no idea.
So just listen. There's a really good channel called A Diary of a CEO.
Okay.
It's really great. There's quite a good number of shows out there to listen to.
But
Educational.
I'll tell you how you can feed two birds with one stone, right? is you can be on TikTok and TED Talks is on there as well.
Yeah.
So you can actually
Actually,
do both.
that's
You know, you
true.
can do both.
You
They have
can do
like
both.
2 million followers or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be on TikTok and
TikTok.
learn
That's
something.
TikTok cheating again.
Yeah,
That's
but
not cheating, but I mean,
cheating,
it's all there. That's your news outlets
Yeah.
as well. That's there. You can
That's
still
right,
do the
that's
same
right.
thing. Yeah.
that's true.
You know, Adrian, I want to go back to something you mentioned a while ago. Brownout, burnout. The opposite of that is career resilience.
Yes.
Is it?
It's-
What is
it's-
career
So
resilience?
career resilience is a term which we use to talk about, how resilient is your career to shocks and changes in the environment.
So it's not you, it's your career.
It's a career.
Even
It's-
recession.
Yeah, even
recession-proof?
Even So there's a difference between personal resilience and career resilience. Personal resilience is when you take a knock. How do I adjust my mind? How do I stay? How do I stay positive? That's personal resilience, which is a great topic for another time. But today we're talking about career resilience. Are you skilled enough? Are you agile enough that suddenly a system shock, you get retrenched, or suddenly, better still, if there's a promotion prospect or there's an opening over at another department, are you able to leverage what skills you have?
These days, many people can't. Because everyone will play the mental wellness card. It's like, oh, no, cannot. That was a blow, man, to me. I cannot.
Yeah, I can't
It's like,
handle it.
I can't
Yeah,
handle it
yeah.
already.
So
My
that's-
emotional.
That's why they both go hand in hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Your personal resilience, but the question is your career resilient to the shocks in the market? AI is coming up, ChatGPT is coming up. Is your career resilient to it? That's why I like a lot of people say that how to future-proof your career. I don't like the word future-proof because future-proof basically means when you waterproof something, you don't want water to get in. So if you
Yes.
future-proof it, are you trying to keep the future up? No, you should be future-ready.
Correct.
Right.
How to
that's
future
what I'm
ready?
saying.
Right.
Embrace AI, embrace a new.
It's
the new
contradictory.
trends and everything.
Yeah.
So you embrace it. How do we become future ready? And that's what career resilience is all about. If I get knocked, don't worry. I've got 3 other options. I've got these 4 other skills that I
Yep.
have. I'm so well networked with this other competitor.
Always have something in the bag.
Yeah, and that's what career resilience is all about. And
So
that's-
it can be learnt.
it can be learned, and it's a skill that can be mastered. And if you look at the really successful people, they are career resilient. And if you look at it, we can talk about this on air afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should.
All right now we're going back on the radio. It's Green Day playing right now. 21 Guns.
Love Green Day.
Green Day. Are they coming back to Singapore? Billy Joe Armstrong.
Are they for the Formula One?
Sorry?
Or are they coming back to Singapore, you said?
Are they performing?
I don't know.
Formula
You
One?
just said
I'm
you're
not
coming
sure.
back to
No, I
Singapore.
think maybe they were here last year.
Oh, right. Okay.
Or was
Okay.
it the year before?
That was COVID-19.
Okay. Then couldn't be the year before then.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the PIE towards the airport, right before Lawney Road, please avoid lane 1. An accident has been spotted. If you have any news, it's 8855-0920.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. It is a Thursday and that's why Adrian Chu, our career strategist, is with us. It is Happy at Work Thursday, brought to you by Workforce Singapore. Very good morning to everyone at Workforce Singapore.
And we can add a new country to our following.
Wow.
Tell us.
Franco Kaua is listening to us from Peru.
Oh, wow.
Franco.
Okay. Good morning,
Peru.
good evening, and good night, Franco.
Hola, hola.
Good morning.
Wow.
Peru. Eh?
Peru, my goodness.
So we were talking about career resilience.
Yes.
Really, what is it? Can I learn it? What?
So career resilience is a bit different from personal resilience. Personal resilience means I get knocked. How do I cope with the stress? How do I become stronger? So that's personal resilience. And closely tied to it is career resilience. How resilient is your career to changes in the market? When something hits and the environment is changed, equation is changed, AI is coming in. How is it going to affect your job? Are you able to bounce back? Are you even able to bounce back stronger? So, if you have been focused on having all the relevant skills, all the relevant capabilities that you've done, if you've networked well enough in your industry, so if there's a change, you're able to adapt to the change. And if there's an opportunity, you can even leverage and jump onto the opportunity. So the whole idea of being career resilient is critical in today's fast-changing environment in the market.
And you need both to work, the personal and the career.
You do-
Because
you do
one
need
one
both.
without the other will not work, right?
Yes.
Which do you work on first? Personal?
I would say personal first, and it's tough. Especially, we have situations where almost 60% of the workers are feeling burnt out or browned out, and it's terrible condition. In fact, kids are even browning out now. You see kids.
Yeah, they
Is
are.
it because they're just more sensitive? Like they call them the strawberry generation, right? Just because they are not resilient to the hard knocks that we are.
And sometimes it's because of the parents' fault. I'm guilty of it. I protect my kids so much that sometimes I regret being overprotective to them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
You know what? It's hard to be a kid.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And a
It
parent
is.
as well.
It's hard.
Certainly
being-
harder than we were than when we were kids.
I think so,
hell of
yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah,
Hell
a
of
lot more
harder.
to deal with.
But career resilience, part of is being able to anticipate part of career resilience,
Yes.
as opposed to waiting for something to happen and then evolve with it. Anticipate and prepare for what you think is going to happen.
Yes, and that's why being career resilient means that you have to be very career agile. And our definition of career agility is being able to anticipate and respond to opportunities and threats in the market, so that you can enjoy a fulfilling and sustainable career. So that's the textbook definition for career agility, which we created. And I think you're right. You have to be able to anticipate. And how do you anticipate? For example, whatever your job is today, whatever you're doing, whatever industry you're in, think about your counterparts in China, your counterparts in the US. What are the trends affecting them? It could come over to affect you as well.
So you're saying, because a lot of people, I feel, do it only country-wise. They only look at what's happening in Singapore to see what the trends are. Say the competitor, they're doing that, maybe we should up our game. But
Yeah.
what you should actually be doing is looking to the West. Or, places like Australia and the
Or
UK
or
and
the US,
China.
yeah, correct.
Or the US,
I think China is interesting because, for instance, if you look at the warehouses in China now, hardly any people, it's all automated robotic.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you are a warehouse manager right now in Singapore, you have to start building your career resilience. How do I then, maybe I need to go into robotics, maybe I need to
Yeah.
do something else. upstream.
Yeah. Or
I
at
like
least
China.
learn about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very.
It's very forward.
That's
It's
how
very
you-
forward.
Extremely forward.
Yeah.
That's how you build your resilience.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Adrian on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's Ty Dolla $ign with Martian on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place.
Martian?
In fact, one step beyond resilience is a book written by Nassim Taleb, which is called Antifragile. He wrote Black Swan as well. It's a really good book. Antifragile means that it's not resilience means you bend back into shape. After you bend a rod, right, it goes back into shape.
Yeah.
That's being resilient.
Yeah.
Antifragile means you get knocked and you become stronger after that.
Wow.
Anti-fragile.
Right.
So
So what
this-
doesn't kill you
opposite
makes
of
you
fragile.
stronger.
yeah. So it's like if you work out when you build muscles, right? You're basically tearing down the muscles, and
Yes.
then when it gets bigger and stronger after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So when in our career, we must have that mindset where if you want to have that career health, if you want to have a healthy and rewarding career, how do we have that anti-fragile thinking?
Wow, I like
where
that.
if you get
anti-fragile.
knocked, so AI comes in, and then instead of going, oh no, AI is going to steal my job, no, I'm going to go off and slink off into the sunset. No, you go, no, okay, let me master AI. And when you've mastered AI in that space of yours, you become so much stronger than you were 3 months ago. And that's why I think that one of the key skills we need to learn is how to become anti-fragile.
I like that
That's
term.
nice. Anti-fragile.
Yeah,
It's a good
I like
term.
that term.
Very good term.
Okay, so what about mentors then? I mean, does everyone need one?
I believe we all need mentors. If you don't have one, my advice is go out and get one.
Okay,
Or
here's
more.
the thing. I had this conversation with someone the other day, and the person just turned around and said, "So how do I find one?
No, but it's true.
Where do I go?
Yeah.
How do I find
Someone
a
you
mentor?"
admire, someone.
Mentorsareus.com.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But it's not easy
It's
being
not
a
easy.
mentor as well.
No,
it's a
not easy
responsibility.
being a mentor. But then once again, a mentor doesn't have to be an official
An official term,
mentor,
right?
You
Yeah.
don't- it's like I'm learning so much from you guys as well. Okay, so you guys are my broadcast radio
Mentors, in that sense, yeah.
So we're all
Okay.
learning from each other.
Okay.
And you are our career mentor.
Career mentor,
You
yes.
are.
So it works both ways, you see. But let me tell you, when people say it's difficult to find a mentor, let me just use a very quick example. Someone you know, Adrian Abraham,
Yeah.
Okay.
our Wednesday guest.
Yeah.
Do you know he got into radio?
No.
He just wrote into Jason Daisy many years back and said, "Hey, can I intern for you for free?"
Okay.
And that's how he got. And so it sometimes just look, if you see someone that you
Look up
feel
to.
you can look up to, just reach out and ask the person, I have some career questions. Can I
Can I
get some
can I
advice
shadow
from
you while you
can I
work?
shadow
And,
you while you
yeah.
work? So sometimes getting a mentor is as easy as that.
But Jason is
okay.
amazing. I mean,
Yes, he is.
I have the utmost respect for Jason.
He
I
was
used to-
recently here, wasn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
I mean, I used
Yeah.
to watch him on TV years ago, and
he's awesome.
he is such a professional.
That's true.
You know, he's
That's
a
true.
wonderful person.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if he could be my mentor, I'd be really
I've,
honored.
I've learned so much from him. In fact, he brought me into the other station, Money FM, back in 2018, and
Right.
here I am with you guys. all the
Yeah,
way
yeah. And
since
after that,
2018.
he gave me a call. He
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
"Hey, you know, I mean, I've got this guy,
Yeah.
Adrian.
Yeah.
His career strategist is really good. Would
Yeah.
you like him on your show?" I'm like, "Absolutely." And then
there
you
we
came
go, right?
on, and
2020 till
and
now.
that was it.
And that's because Jason is a trusted source.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you take his word for it. You know, if he can
Yes.
vouch for someone, sure, come on, and you
course.
know he's going to be good.
And that's why I like having mentors, because mentors, a good mentor can promote you to other opportunities as well. You know, can push you, can give you good advice. I still
Yeah.
turn to him whenever I need advice about the format of the show and everything.
Right. Okay.
He's
Okay.
he's always there, and that's why.
I
and
wish he
always
was still
believe-
in Singapore.
Yeah.
She didn't go away.
Yeah.
He's
He
fantastic.
is very good at what he does.
And that's why even for ourselves, if we are managers at our level now, we can also mentor the people around us. So and give them good advice, maybe technical advice, maybe career advice from our own years of experience that we've had in the field. So one of the things, if you're looking at having a healthy career, is if you have a good set of mentors. Need not be one, need not be two. It could be many.
From different sort of
different-
industries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm sure you would have a golf mentor.
Well, I guess, yeah.
But what makes
know,
a good mentor?
I had a career mentor as well. The good thing about having a mentor is sometimes we can make rash decisions.
okay.
And it's nice to talk to someone you trust because that person will then say, "Wait, hold on. Think about this."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, as opposed to you making your own decision, and because you know you have this capability of being rash. You know, you decide to. I mean, in terms of work, like, okay, I'm gonna resign right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
Yeah.
with nothing to go
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
You know, there are many people who have made that mistake and after that regretted it. But if you had a mentor, the mentor will probably, you know, kind of calm you down a little bit and go like, okay, think about this properly.
So you would call a mentor, because I'm trying to think like who my mentor is in terms of career, and I don't have one. I mean, besides you, and you I've only just met, and I haven't really gone to you and said, okay, what should I do in my career and all that. But I feel like I don't have a mentor. Is that a bad thing?
Well, it's never too late to get one.
Okay.
And you may have one needed for your career mentor. You may have one for the like for instance the guys here. They're
Yeah,
also your
yeah.
mentors. I mean, your sometimes the mentoring need not be official. Sometimes I like to use this term where you're being mentored by osmosis.
Okay.
Okay, so you're sitting here,
Just by
you're not
being
doing
there.
anything
by
at
being
all.
there.
Yeah, you know, anything at all. Just by being here, it just flows, and I'm learning from you guys
Okay, got
Okay,
it, got it.
okay.
Just by absorption.
just by absorption. Yes.
So we're sponges today. Okay, got it.
But you know, it's the little things sometimes that make a huge
Yeah,
difference.
it is.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, okay, let's sit down and talk about this. David Guetta featuring BB Rexa, I'm Good, Blue, right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. Our guest for this morning is from Career Agility International. It is Happy at Work Thursday with Adrian Chu, brought to you by Workforce Singapore.
And we were just talking with Adrian Chu on the Big Show TV about mentors. And we finished up about mentorship via osmosis. Can you just
Yeah,
like
explain that
go
one.
into that?
Okay, it's a term which my ex-boss used to use. Okay, he said, that whenever people ask him, it's like, hey, can you be my mentor? He said, I'm everybody's mentor. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask. I'm there. But a lot of times, I do not need to be your official mentor. If you sit there and you observe what I do, what I don't do, that's also mentoring by being mentored by osmosis. You're just absorbing stuff just by sitting there. And that's why it's so important to be around good people.
But you got to be also willing to learn and grow.
Yes.
Right? And not just sit there
Yeah,
and
of course.
even though you're observing and you are aware of what the person is doing and they may do it a different way from you, you have to also be willing to change.
Yes, and that's why the mindset is very important in terms of your career health. That's why, back to where we started, your career health is just like your physical health. If you know what's right to eat, what to exercise, that you need to get off your butt and go work out, right? But if you're mentally not ready for it, and then it's no point. No matter how many gym instructors you hire, it's not going to help. So you have to have that mindset. I want to not only have career health, I want to be fit, I want to be stronger, I want to be better than I was 3 months ago, 6 months ago.
Because you can.
Because I can, and because I want to, because I need to have a resilient career, so that no matter what bumps and knocks come along the way, I can withstand it and I can grow even stronger. So even if I get retrenched, so even if I don't get that promotion, never mind.
Doesn't matter.
It's an infinite game. I will carry on the next round because you know how to play the game.
I love that attitude.
That's very good.
Are you a mentor to a few people, Adrian?
Lots. A lot of my clients, they come to us and we become their mentor, so to speak. On the career side, one of my mentors is my chief technology officer, my CTO. He's 35. He gives me all the technology pieces and everything. He's talking to me about AI. He's my AI mentor.
Right.
So a mentor doesn't have to be an older person. Because when you say mentor, a lot of people are like, oh,
Yeah, some beardy
this
guy,
old person that's
old
been in the
guy.
business for a
Don't
long
talk about
time.
FD, like.
Yeah, come on. No, but I agree with that. Your mentor does not have to be older.
They just have to be very good
Yeah.
at what they do.
Yeah. And be able to communicate that
Properly,
properly. I think that's a very important skill.
And I like this concept of cross mentoring as well. Even as I'm mentoring the other person has something else that he can share, and you're mentoring me. So it becomes a mentoring ecosystem or community. That's why I always say, surround yourself with the best people around.
Yeah.
And you can learn by osmosis, or you can just reach out to them and ask, hey, can you give me advice on this? And therefore, an informal mentorship begins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, thank you very much, Adrian. Any last words before?
So what I always say is, try to build a resilient career, because the truth is the market's going to be shaky. Okay, like it or not, new technologies coming up, new system shocks. How resilient are you? And how resilient do you want to be? And you can be more resilient if you start focusing on getting the right skills, the right career strategy, and getting the right advice from the right people.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Happy at Work Thursday with Adrian Chu, brought to you by Workforce Singapore. Well, you can head to go.gov.sg/WSG-KISS92 to find information curated for you. Now, that page includes relevant programs and initiatives that those who are looking for jobs could tap on, and useful articles as well, and social media content that will be applicable for everyone. Once again, thank you very much, Adrian, for joining us today.
Pleasure's always mine. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Take charge of your career today.
Okay, before we get into Sean C,
C.
we're going to do a question. Father's Day is this weekend. We've been pushing it all week. I hope my children are listening. And we've got a great prize to give away in regard to that.
It is the ultimate gift for him from Giftano, worth $100. Now, the ultimate gift for him by Giftano features many exclusive experiences and products for you to choose from. Now, they've got all sorts, like Italy from Cologne, Cologne from Italy, Cologne from Italy, unique cocktail flight experiences at Knox Dine in the Dark, fishing trips, massage vouchers, grooming experience at TrueFit at Hill, and so much more. Go to giftano.com to find out all that they have going on.
All right, to your question today, and I've given you all the answers for questions up to today. Tomorrow's going to be a completely different question. Who started Father's Day?
The person that started
The person that started Father's Day. I've already given you the answer this week.
Huh?
If not,
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
yeah. If
He
not,
did.
there's this wonderful friend we all have.
Google.
So you're gonna send us that answer on our WhatsApp chat. The Facebook chat.
Facebook comments, yeah.
The comment section. Put the answer in, and you could be walking away with that fantastic prize. Okay. Who started Father's Day?
I have a feeling it was not a man. Am I right? Was it a woman? I mean, I'm not giving the name, but was it a woman or a man? It was a woman.
From Spokane, Washington.
Spokane.
But usually credited for originating Father's
Okay.
Day.
All right. Here
Yes.
is don't give the name. Okay. Good morning, Sean.
Morning, Sean.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Looking nice
hello.
and bright.
See you again.
See you.
Who started Father's Day?
Who started Father's Day?
My first answer was like Santa Claus.
Oh,
When Angel said it was a woman, so no. Not Santa Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus. Oh, maybe it was Santarina.
Oh.
It's a woman. Must be a wonderful woman to do something for for the men.
Okay, we have 4 minutes for you, Sean.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Let's hope we get this done in 4 minutes because today we are going to be using a few things. One, a deck of cards, an envelope with a prediction inside. Okay, and most importantly, we have one of the best books ever written.
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey.
All right. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so first things first, FD, do me a favor, okay?
Yeah.
So it's 4 minutes, so we're going to keep this quick.
Yeah.
First, I need you to pick one card. Same thing as always, just call stop, okay? And we'll pick one card.
Stop.
Right here, okay.
Yeah.
So now, you stopped at one card. I want all of you to remember the card. I will try not to look, okay?
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Remember it? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Place it right here. And we'll get out a few more cards. Let's see. Just a bunch more cards, okay? Right there.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm gonna mix these. I'm gonna mix these cards up. All right. And we're not even gonna have a look. Like I don't know what your card is. I don't know which one your card is. It's just one of these here. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna riffle through the book. Okay. Just as like this. And FD, same thing. Just call stop. Wherever you stop at, we're gonna put one of the cards in one at a time. Okay.
Okay. Got
All
it.
right. Ready? First card.
Stop.
Here we go. Here.
Stop.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, let me put that in. Okay, next card.
Stop.
Right
Stop. Yeah.
here. Okay, got it,
He
got
can't
it.
hear you.
Yeah, no, it's just a slight delay. All right. Next card.
Stop.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, let's go there. Okay, next card.
I do the
Stop.
last one now. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay,
okay,
last
there you
one.
go. See.
There's
Also,
one more.
mic.
One more.
Couple more.
Couple more. Go.
Ready?
Glenn.
Stop.
All right, there.
Okay.
And the last one.
Stop.
Okay, here we
Okay.
go. Done. All right, all the cards are in there. And let's
Okay.
see which card stops at which page and where your card is, okay? So
Okay.
first one, let's see, is that the first one? Yes, that's the first one. The 5 of diamonds, was that it?
Nope.
Nope.
No, okay, that was page 106.
What's written on that
let's see.
page where she steps into the
Was she
chamber?
naked already?
Okay.
I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure. I honestly haven't read this book.
No.
What?
This part is where she's already like tied up
Tied
and all
up
that, and
and
she's a
blindfolded?
little bit nervous
Yeah,
at this
that's
point.
page 208 maybe. Page 208 maybe, that's it. I don't know. 4 of spades, was it?
No.
No, okay. Let's see the next one. Next one, page 234.
Nope.
No.
Okay, this is where the
Nope.
psychological game starts
Yeah.
between.
This
Dakota
one,
Johnson.
page 276, 3 of
Yes.
hearts.
Yes.
Yep.
Page 276, 3 of hearts. Okay. All right. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, hang on. That's okay. Page 354. There's another 3 of hearts. Huh. Must be an old deck. Is that it?
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
That's a 3 of hearts, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. Is there one more? Yes, the last one is here. It doesn't matter anymore because
Yeah.
you've got yours. Okay. So you stopped at page 354 and the other one.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have apparently 2 in this deck. All right.
Yeah.
I want you to have a look at the first word on this page.
What?
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 Right, okay.
Exclamation mark?
Mark, what exclamation mark exactly? Now the thing is, we could have stopped at any of the pages. I mean, we had another one as well, all right?
Yeah.
But we could have stopped at any of the pages. And you know, the worst thing about this book is I haven't really read it, but I've skimmed through it, and a lot of the words are weird. Like I was glad we didn't stop at a word like nipples or worse,
Oh.
Yeah.
or worse. Okay,
Yeah.
Or
but we
worse.
stopped at one word. What was that word?
What?
What?
What? What?
What? Nicely done.
Well
Nicely
done.
done.
Say what?
Say what?
Which is a segment on the Owls show, actually.
Yeah, I think.
Say
Yeah. Say what?
Or is it Juliana's? I think maybe it's Juliana's segment on Monday night.
I should
It's
bring
one
this
of
to
them.
I
Juliana.
was listening in.
You
Yeah.
should bring
should.
this
You
to her.
Say
should.
what? Right, Juliana?
Well done, Sean.
Well
Thank
done,
you so
Sean.
much.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you guys very much. It was
Have
a
a good
pleasure to be here.
weekend.
Yep,
Everyone
today and of
follow
course-
Sean C.
Yep,
At
follow
Sean
me. Interesting
Reed.
stuff coming up.
If we
We'll
had more
announce it then.
time, if we had more time, we'd talk to you about stand-up comedy, but we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big topic going on.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
next
yeah,
week. Maybe
yeah.
we can do
Oh,
that next
yeah.
week.
Right,
That's
next
right.
next
week,
week.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Sean.
Take care,
All right,
mate.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.